Hello YouTube, welcome to the channel. Now then, on today's video we are going to be looking at this. Yes, it's another helicopter. I've got a bit of a helicopter fetish at the moment, I must admit, and these little RC era helicopters for the money are absolutely bob on. And in fact I only give 36 quid for this on AliExpress. I will leave a link in the description. There is a caveat to that though, that a lot of the times by the time I've made the video, that is no longer the price. The price on AliExpress, I've noticed, fluctuates wildly. So you need to, in order to grab a bargain, you need to be patient and keep checking back all the time. But a lot of the time you can go on, you can grab sub 40 quid for a little RC era helicopter like that is pretty good. I've just noticed on the box actually, it says 4 oars. I think they're referring to 4 main rotor blades. We've got a 6-axis gyroscope. Let's have a quick look at the box. What have we got? 1 key takeoff, 1 key landing. We've got a 6-axis gyro. It's 2.4 gig. It's got a little LiPo battery, USB charger, 4-channel, ready to fly apart from the battery to the controller, and it is easy to fly. And these RC era helicopters are genuinely really straightforward. You can be a complete novice and make a good show of it. Anyway, enough waffle. Let's get this baby out. I'm dying to see what it looks like. Right then, in the box we get a set of instructions. I will say this as well, they're always well packaged, the RC era helicopters are, I must admit. We've got the instructions, we've got, let's take this plastic out, we've got a little USB battery charger, that is for the actual battery unit. We've got a set of tail rotor blades, a little screwdriver and an Allen key. We've got a set of, or 2 main rotor blade, or 2 main rotor blade replacements, or oars as they are called on the box. We've got the transmitter, not my favourite transmitter, it's the older style black one. It does feel a little bit cheap in comparison to the newer greyer ones, and I have had a little bit of trouble with these with regards to the battery compartment, and the battery's not connecting with the connectors properly. But anyway, a reasonable controller, and last but not least, let's get rid of this box out of the road. And last but not least, we've got the actual helicopter itself, and as usual with all these little RC era remote control heli drones, the scale detail on these things is quite impressive. They really do look the part. I have just noticed on this one, we've actually got a metal rotor head as well, and all the other ones I've seen, they're all plastic. This has actually got a little turned aluminium rotor head on it, so it must have the posh one. But like I say, they're all, the scale detail on these things is fantastic. They really do look the part. The only thing is, on the cheaper ones, on the more expensive ones, you do get a little ducted fan on the actual helicopter itself, but this one has just got a little rotor blade instead. But I think the battery lives in the front somewhere. If I can just prise, oh there we go, prise this little cover off. It's got a little light in the front. We've got a self-contained battery there that just plugs in and out. It's a little LiPo unit. I think, yeah, 350 milliamp hours. I think it's like a 1S or something like, 7.4 volts, a 2S. I do apologise. But yeah, it looks amazing. It does feel a little bit heavier than the smaller ones that I've tried as well. Have we got any lights on it? Yeah, we've got one at the back. We normally have a red light there and there's a white light at the front, and that is really useful if you're a novice, because you can then tell which way the helicopter's pointing, which does help a great deal. But yeah, lovely job. It's a nice scale looking thing. If it flies half as well as it looks, I shall be suitably impressed. Anyway, let's charge the battery up and let's go and try it. And while I'm waiting for the battery to charge up, we'll have a brief look at the transmitter. I'm not going to go into any depth because I've done that before many times on the previous RC era videos. Suffice to say that we've got trim adjustment on the controller. These are for your control surfaces. We've got 1 key takeoff and landing, and we've got 3 speed modes. Right, we're outside with the little C187. I'm going to try it in the garden. As I'm going to be honest with you guys, I did take it out the other day and it was a little bit windy, and this thing did get pushed around quite a lot, and it's quite difficult to film it. But it's a lot calmer in the garden. There isn't as much space, which is always the danger. But hopefully the air is a bit stiller here, and I'll have a better chance of filming this thing. Anyway, here goes. Okay. Let's see if we can't trim it up slightly. It's not too bad actually. I'm on speed position 2. which has given me a reasonable amount of control. The keys with these little tiny drones is small control movements, I think. Oy. If you're heavy-handed with them, they can end up in all sorts of situations. So far, this isn't doing too bad. Now then, I did forget to mention to you guys as well that when I bought this helicopter, I actually bought the version with no optical flow. So when I take my hands off the controls, it does drift. Hey. Let's try and land it on the thing. Oh! Almost. Stop, 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 stop. There we go. Okay, well, so far so good. Like I say, I think the key with these things is small control inputs. If you try and maul them around, they just go everywhere. But with small, gentle inputs on the controls, they're quite easy to fly actually. So anyway, so far, kiss of death now. I haven't hit anything. Right, we've actually started flashing, so that means the battery is coming to the end of its life. Oh. Stop, 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 stop. Right, this thing's flashing furiously at me. That means the battery is pretty much run down, so that's it, game over. Right then, back inside, what do we think of the little C187 heli? Let's have some good and bad points, shall we? We'll start with the bad. It says in the box 15 minutes of runtime. No way. I think I probably got 7 or 8 minutes out of it, so I don't know where they get 15 minutes from, but I certainly didn't get anywhere near that. If you do buy one of these, always try and get a battery deal, because one battery is never enough. The second bad point I've got written down on my list, and this is partly my fault to be honest, I did buy the version without optical flow. Unfortunately, that's why it was a little bit cheaper. In breezy conditions, they are a little bit trickier to fly and a bit more of a handful. So much so, actually, that I had to abandon what I was doing and just pick a day where it was a little bit still, the air was a little bit stiller. That's why I ended up doing it in the garden. But without optical flow, these things are a little bit trickier to fly. Right, let's have some good points, shall we? First of which is the price. Sub 40 quid for a little model helicopter like this that flies, I think is pretty good value for money, even though I didn't get the one with the optical flow sensor. If you search around on AliExpress and Banggood regularly, you can very often come across deals for these things. And they're a nice cheap introduction to scale RC helicoptering actually, and I at the moment I'm thoroughly enjoying them. Second good point is this little C187, although it hasn't got the optical flow, is still quite easy to fly. To be honest, like all the RC era helicopters, some very clever electronics in there that really do assist you if you are a novice and help you keep the thing in the air, which is very rewarding in itself. Third good point is the looks of this thing. Again, RC era helicopters, very scale looks, and when they're flying around, these things look absolutely amazing. They really do, especially with a bit of slow-mo on the camera. They really do look like proper little helicopter, a real helicopter. So from a look standpoint, they really do add to the experience. Right, the conclusion time. Would I recommend the little C187 to you guys? I'm going to say absolutely yes. It's another winner from RC era. I find it very rewarding to fly. It's the right money, and it's just good fun. So if you're looking to dabble or dip your toe into the world of RC helicopters, you'd be hard pressed to go and find something better to start off with, really. As ever, I will leave a link in the description to where you can go get this little helicopter from. If you've enjoyed the video and you found it of some use and interest, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you're feeling that way inclined, hit that subscribe button for more similar future content. It makes a huge difference to the channel. It really does. Once again, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again very soon.